Greetings, everybody. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Sexy and Psychic with yours truly, Candace, the Spiritual Goddess, and we are doing November 19th through, I believe, weekly energy reading. Kind of give me a second here. Let me turn off the notifications. All right, so we're doing the weekly energy reading, the overall weekly energy reading as a collective. I do feel like there's a couple of scenarios here for different people. So if it does resonate with you, that's wonderful, but it may not resonate with you. It just may not be a message for you. Again, this is overall general energy for everybody for the whole week. Just what you can expect, the energy that's coming through and everything like that. So, hi, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I may even do some live readings too as well. Let's see. Where's my other deck? Give me 1 second. Okay. So I need to do some live reading. Whoop! Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Good morning, Alicia. How are you? All right. So I'm just going to get started, and whoever needs to rewind for the weekly energy reading, then you just be a bit wrong because I don't want to. If people come on that want to live, all is well, all is well, all is well. So weekly energy reading for November, the week of the 19th. Gosh, this month went by so fast. It's crazy. Good morning, Brigitte. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Quick announcement too as well. As of December 1st, 2018, for generational attachments, it does go back to the regular rate, which now I will be charging per generation, not just a flat rate that's going on right now. I finally got the signal that I can change it back, and I'm so happy. So if you were considering getting a G8 attachment, again, as of December 1st, it goes back to the regular rate, which is being charged per generation versus just a flat rate. So I just want to say that really quick. If you're interested in finding out if you have a GA or any other type of attachment, please go to my website and book a consultation. All right, so weekly energy reading for the month, November 19th, 2018. I just like channeling. I don't even want to use the cards. I just want to channel the energy. I like channeling better. So let me just get some paper here. As you guys know, I'm a channel. So what I do is I write, I receive symbols, messages, things like that, and I just get the energy that way. So that's how I receive, like, information. So right off that, what I'm getting is for some of you guys, again, this is general. It may or may not resonate with you, but if it does, please like the video, subscribe, comment, let me know your situation. That always is helpful to me, so I really, really appreciate that. So first and foremost, what I'm getting is that this week, some of you guys are really going to start to see some of your fruits of your labor. It's almost like I'm getting, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Some of you guys are, the things that you've been focusing on are becoming, they're happening. It's like I'm wishing on a star. So, because that's the song that keeps playing in my, it's almost like you guys are wishing for something, but it may not be what you really want. So some of you guys are really wishing for things that may not be of your highest and greatest good, and they're going to end up happening. So be cautious with your thoughts, the way you're thinking, the things that you're wishing for, because I feel like for some of you guys, some of your brightest, it's going to be wish fulfillment. Like it's going to be wish fulfillment, because I'm seeing 9 of Cups in my head. It's going to be, there's definitely wish fulfillment here. But it's like a warning though too as well, because for some of you guys, you are manifesting things that you really don't want in your life. So for example, if you're manifesting for let's say an ex to come back into your life, and this ex hasn't changed, it's not a good person, that doesn't treat you right, yeah, they're going to contact you. Plus we're in a Mercury retrograde. They're going to contact you, but it may not be what you want. You might get back with them. You might be in the same boat that you were in, would cause you guys to break up. So it's very, very important that you really watch your thoughts. You watch what you're asking for, because right now some of you guys are manifesting rapidly, and like this week you're going to bring into fruition something that you've been trying to manifest. I don't know where this is coming from, but this is coming in very strongly. For those of you guys who are trying to do rituals, I feel like you may not be doing it correctly, meaning And it's crazy. I just got off the phone with another client, and this happened in her situation. So, but some of you guys might be trying to dibble in rituals, and you're not doing something correctly to even to watch your back, or to even, it's something that's not. And I'm feeling like a ricochet type of like a backfire. So almost like you might be doing a ritual to bring something into your life or make something happen. However, it feels like it's something you're not doing correctly, or you're calling on spirits and vibrations that may want a repayment, and it's going to backfire on you. So be cautious. It's only for those who this resonates with, because it's going to backfire. So just be cautious with that. If you are a person that's working on rituals or doing rituals right now, be careful with, check your vibrations. That's very, very imperative. Okay. I do, of course, see celebrations here, and that does make sense. This is Thanksgiving week, so I do see celebrations here. However, I feel like for some of you guys, although it's a celebration, you're going to be around people. You might even be around people now, but you still feel sad. There's a sense of loneliness. There's something that's happened that has occurred. For some of you guys, you're going through a breakup with a soulmate, maybe. Okay, there's a hard ending here. Some of you guys are going through hard endings with soulmates, meaning that it's someone that you had a strong connection with, someone you were meant to have in your life, and it's either you or there's somebody's very stubborn, or both of you guys. Somebody's extremely stubborn, like they're very, very stubborn. If you are dealing with a stubborn soulmate, this could be you or the other person. It feels like almost like, and if you guys are, if you're separated currently, or if you're going through a tower moment, it's likely this is the ending of you guys' cycle. So to some of you guys, although it's the holidays and you're getting together with family and everything like that, you still feel sad. You still feel a sense of loneliness, because it's like a part of you knows that it's time to let go of the person. A part of you knows that it's done and over with. But another part of you is like, but I have this connection. Or are you looking at you guys' history? Are you you're focusing more on the good times, the good memories, versus the whole overall lesson. For some of you guys, you're ending with a soulmate that you haven't learned a lesson from. So you're getting ready to attract another person just like this soulmate into your life. So for some of you guys, sorry, my dad keeps calling me. So for some of you guys, you haven't learned your lesson with this person, and this person may have walked away from you, or you may have walked away from them, but now you're getting ready to attract someone else that's the same exact person, but just in a different body, because you haven't learned a lesson. Because there's a lot of soulmate ending. There's like a lot of endings with soulmates right here. So if you are involved with somebody that you do have a very strong connection to, it's likelihood that's your soulmate. But I do feel like for a lot of you guys, even though again you might be around family and friends for the holiday, you still have a sense of loss or sorrow, because it's the ending here. It's a definite ending. It's an ending that is over. It's gone. It's dead. There's no reconciliation. And for some reason, like, you're not making the decision to just be happy. You're not making it. And I know that's easier said than done. I mean, we're all human. It's easier said. So if you go through a situation where there's a heartbreak or a separation, or there's, intensity or intense energy, and this it may not even just be with a lover. It can be with a best friend. It can be with a family member, because soulmates are not just our lovers. It can be children. It can be a friend. It can be any type of relationship, actually. But it just feels like there's an ending here. There's an ending with somebody that you really care about, but it's causing you to it's like you're allowing the ending to consume you. It may be messing with your money. It may be messing with like your other relationships with other people. It has you in like a not so good mood. And you may have been going through this for maybe the past, maybe 3 to 5 days. I'm getting 3 and 5. So either 35 days or 3 to 5 days is what I'm getting, or 3 to 5 months. So it may be from the past either 3 to 5 months, like 3 to 5 weeks, 35 days, or 3 to 5 days that you've been going through this, like this removal from this person. Some of you guys are also too right now. You for this week of the 19th, I see you guys with a smile on your face. It's like living a double identity. It's almost like I see you with a smile on your face, but inside you just feel sad. I see like almost like a double. So some of you guys are going through, you're not allowing anybody to help you or talk to you, staying to yourself. So you're smiling on the outside, you look all happy, you look all strong on the outside, but on the inside you feel empty. You feel like you're repairing yourself. I don't know why, but I keep seeing the under the construction sign. Some of you guys are really going through the under construction for this week. And it's so crazy because again, it's a holiday week, and this is a time to come together with family members and with loved ones and like to celebrate. But for some of you guys, it's almost like I see you around your family and your friends and you're smiling on the outside, but inside you just want to cry. Or you feel angry, you feel mad. You also may be overindulging or trying to weed out the emotions. So be cautious with that. But on the flip side, there are some people who are going to, they're going to be getting a wish. Again, it's going to be a good thing if you're manifesting the right things. This can be a good thing. Let me see if I'm ready for the cards yet. Which card deck do you guys want for the overall week? We'll do angels. I think angels are necessary. Like for this energy that I'm feeling for this week, and we are under Mercury retrograde, you guys. We just came out of Venus retrograde, and it's just like that we're going into Mercury. So in Mercury, with this Mercury, what I feel like with this Mercury retrograde, what it's doing is forcing you to cut loose ends. It's like even if you don't want to, I feel like it may be a situation with some of you guys too, where you've been going back and forth with the soulmate for a while, and it may have been the other person. It's either one person's been a chaser, the other person's been a runner. The one that's been chasing, the runner's used to the chaser always making things right. The runner's used to, like, it's a, even if you guys don't talk for a while, the runner is used to the chaser, sending that message like, are you ready to talk yet? Or trying to come after them or work things out. The runner's used to that. Whoever the runner is, this just flew out. This is Tower. This is Tower card, number 16. This is Tower card. Life experience. It just like literally flew out. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. This card represents the Tower. It just flew out on its own. I swear, you guys saw. So, but anyways, the runner's always used to the chaser making some type of initiative. So no matter how many times you guys go back and forth, the chaser's always like, it might be like a little, again, dumb text message, or it might be them liking a picture on your social media, or them accidentally calling you on purpose, like things like that, or even just trying to rectify things with you. But for the runner, I think that the reason, I feel like a lot of the energy that I'm feeling is from that runner, because the chaser has stopped. The chaser's like, it's no more, I'm done. And the runner's used to the chaser always coming back after them. But the chaser has now realized that it's over and it's done. Now the chaser is gone. And so now the runner's like, wait a minute, no, come back here. So now it's like the energy is now reversing, where the person that was the runner, the chaser was the one that was always the one to try to make things right or fix things, or will always be the one to maybe apologize, even if they weren't wrong. Because I feel like the runner is probably more of the stubborn one. You guys might both be stubborn, but the runner's probably a little bit more stubborn. So the runner's the person is like, I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to text them. They need to come after me if they want me. And the chaser is always the one to make initiative. But now the chaser has realized, it's like they're either tired, or they've realized that they just don't want it anymore. It has to be something better. And now they're like, okay, when I'm going to take my losses, I'm going to heal. I'm going to move on with my life. And now the runner is like, wait. And when this one's going away now the runner's turning around like, what's going on? Now the runner is starting to feel anxiety because they're used to the chaser always being there. Now the runner's not going to feel the chaser there anymore. The chaser is letting go and moving on. So now the runner is getting ready to, it's like a lot of anxiety. So I feel like a lot of the energy of the smile on the outside but hurting in the inside, I feel like that's now more of the runner. And this is for those people who are in situations where they're ending with soulmates. Like this week, the runner is realizing that it's over now. When they're always used to, they always knew it was temporary because the chaser always comes back, but the chaser is gone now. The chaser is like, I'm done. And they mean it, it's over. So now the runner has to heal and has to come into to realization. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So now the runner has to come into like a realistic, like, oh my God, it's really over. When it's never really been over before because the chaser was always there, but now the chaser's like, it's over. So now it really is over. And now the runner has to come to that realization. Now the runner has to go through their healing process and move on. And if you haven't learned a lesson from this chaser, then you're going to manifest somebody else that's just like the chaser but in a different body that's going to put you through the same things until you learn that lesson. So it's a cycle. That all just came through. I'm so sorry. I haven't even. So basically, some of you guys might be going through a tower this week, although it's a happy celebration time. Let me see what the potential outcome is for this week. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Hope I wasn't too confusing. Overall energy, what is the outcome for this week, November 19th? Oops. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Earth here. Some of you guys might be dealing, well, it's time to buckle down and get things done. You have to honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So basically with this card, what it's saying is that, to me, when I see this card, and then on top of that, on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Air, which is the Ten of Swords. The end of a difficult situation, embracing the change, expect things to get better, recovering from addictions. Some of you guys had codependent relationships with a soulmate. And so all of these cards kind of go hand in hand together. They all go hand in hand together. You guys are going through some endings. And they're inevitable endings. They're inevitable endings. And now you're slowly picking yourself back up. You're slowly picking yourself back up because now it's like so now it's reality. Reality is now I have to move on. And you have no choice, because even if you try to go after the chaser's going, I don't feel like the chaser's going to be receptive to you. So even if you decided to not be so stubborn and go after the chaser is done. The chaser's done. The chaser's not going to, it's over. They are going through their process of healing so that they can move on to calmer waters. Some of you guys might be, the chaser may have like a lot of water in their chart. Water, earth. So the chaser may be like maybe more like a watery person, an earth sign person. And the runner might be more of a fiery person or an air sign person. That's the runner. That's the person that's realizing like, okay, oh my God, they're really gone. And so now you have to go through this holiday with a smile on your face. And you're like, I don't really want to smile. I don't really want to be around people. And I keep getting this very strongly. Try not to isolate yourself. Some of you guys are not taking this so easy. And you're trying to go into this state of isolation. And so it's very, very important. It's very important that you don't, because with you being in isolation, you staying in the house, with you just kind of being like a victim, that's going to make things worse. It's going to delay your progress. It's going to delay your healing process. So even if you have to make yourself go outside, go take a walk outside, go do something. If you have to make yourself get up and do something, just whatever you do, don't isolate yourself. Don't stay in the bed. Don't, because for some of you guys, you're like, I never thought this was ever going to happen. Because the chaser's always there. The chaser was always there. Even if it was months after you guys talk, the chaser will always like be there. Now the chaser's like deciding like it's over, it's done, I'm good. And no matter what you do, it's dead. Like literally, there's no reconciliation, it's gone. And no matter what you do, there's nothing you can do about it. Now you have no choice but to heal and move forward. Again, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but I feel like it's a strong message that needed to come out. So please share your experiences. And again, if you do resonate with it, please let me know. That's my way of knowing that you understand. What's the potential outcome for this week for overall energy? Yeah, I just said this, you guys. I just said this. Just said it. The 3 of air, which is equivalent to the 3 of heart. I just said this. It says great sadness, time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others. I just said this. But what came out with that was the Magician card. So life can be magical. Life can be, I just said this, to me this is about making a decision not to be in the slumps, making a decision not to, because believe it or not, even a chaser soulmate, they're hurting too, they're sad too. It's not like they're just like, oh, well, screw you, bye. I'm talking to you guys where there was like a deep connection where you were just like, no matter what, this is my love, and no matter what, where I was going to work it out. They're hurting too. They're going into a place though now where they have to go heal, lick their wounds, and you have to do the same thing. So it's not, gosh, this energy this week is something else. But the Magician here is saying it's about making choices and decisions. And I was just saying this. Some of you guys are, and this is too, some of you guys are trying to use magic to manifest this person back, are trying to control the situation. There's also too, and let me double check before I say this. There may be somebody or something working against you too as well. Because every time I see the Magician card, depending on what card comes out with it next, I always know if it's it may be the outside influences that might be working on your relationship, or if it's you. Let's see what comes out next. Card in this stack. Let me reshuffle because I want to know. I actually want to know. I'm curious because for some of you guys, it might be some outside energy too as well. For those working. Oh, this just flew out. Yeah. This is the relationship card with the Magician. There may be something or somebody working against your energy. Pull out one more card because the 2 of water is the relationship card. Because the Magician, what this is manifest. So what this means is that basically it might be a magician. You guys know, because I'm teaching the Magician class, I talk about this stuff all the time. Magicians are those that can manifest things very quickly and easily. And if your vibrations are low enough, or if even with your partner, if their vibrations are low enough, then you can be receptive. And this has actually this is real. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is so real. I know. I used to work around people who this is what they did and it worked. So when I asked for clarity about the Magician, I asked if this is something that for some of you guys who appear to be happy in relationships, you have people who are just jealous. they get angry. They got angry because you appear to be happy. So for some of you guys, if you're in a situation where that everything was perfect in your relationship, everything was good, and all of a sudden it just fell apart, it's a great likelihood that there's some spiritual influences that have to do with your relationship, outside spiritual influences, whether it's intentional or not. Because this Magician card, when this comes up and when I asked for clarity, it came with the relationship card. There, if all of a sudden things just change, it could be one of two things. It could be one of two things, that maybe it's time for you and the soulmate to go your own separate ways. But it could also be, when this card comes up, to me it always means some type of magical influence. And you guys, again, I always talk about this stuff. Let me ask for one more clarity. Yeah, and I don't even have to ask with cards. I can read the energy. So 100% for some of you guys, this is only for those you guys who this applies to. If there is a situation where you were in a relationship with somebody that was like a soulmate, a strong tie, that everything just seemed to be great, and then all of a sudden over the past either 35 days, 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 months, even it could be 3 to 5 hours. But I kept getting number 3 and 5. If something had occurred, and maybe those numbers were in that date, or I keep getting like more like 3 to 5 days ago, like maybe 3 to 5 days ago, or over the past 3 to 5 weeks. If something has started changing drastically in your relationship, like we went like from hot to cold, you may have like developed what I call the spiritual limitation on your relationship, which is causing the separation. If that's you, this only resonates with those who are going. It's not everybody, but because for some people it's just time for you to move on from your soulmate. But from other guys, there's definitely work here, the spiritual work. Because I'm getting chills, and every single time I get chills, and it's like, I don't know why this is coming up too. There's people around you that but you guys can feel it. They're not happy for you. It's almost like they are waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to feel to not be okay. And the craziest thing is that I feel like for some of these people, they are family members. They're people who you trust, are like, best friends, are, for some of you guys, even your parents. Like, I just feel like there's people around you that are really close to you but it's something about them, and when you're around their energy, you just feel uncomfortable, or you feel very like a dense energy. Because I don't even feel like it's maybe even more outside people. I feel like it's more people who are closer to you, maybe a best friend or a family member. I don't know why, but I feel like there may be people that are like that they're really wishing you bad stuff, but because they're your family, you're receptive to it and you've received it. Get one more clarity card about this, and then I have to go ahead and I didn't intend to be on here that long for the weekly reading. One more clarity card. We'll do Romance Angels. Okay, there's another scenario here that just came up. There's another scenario here. Ooh. Yeah. Cards. Ooh. Yeah, healing family issues, unrequited love, worth waiting for. For some people, is it what I think it is? As you guys know, I shuffle kind of differently. So basically what I do is I don't like shuffling all day or like waiting for cards to pop out. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll shuffle, and then I take the cards and I put them down like this one at a time until I hear stop. So what happens is, like, they'll tell me when to stop, or my hand will stop, and that's how I know which card to choose. So if you see me doing this, it's just because I'm waiting for, instead of me and it's way more accurate when I do it that way. It's like versus a card that may not be meant to pop out, and I try to analyze it. It's way more accurate when I just go card by card until I hear a stop. So what I'll do is I'll say something like, and I'm doing all this in my head. I'll say, is my answer in this stack? And I might hear no. If my answer in this stack, I'll hear no. If my answer in this stack, yes. So I'll keep going until I hear this is your card. So that's how I shuffle, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing. So I just do it a little differently because I use my gifts, my abilities to hear. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, yeah. This came up again. Worth waiting for came out. I put it back in the deck and I reshuffled. It's worth waiting for. But I'm going to tell you what this means in just a second, because I'm pulling out all the cards first to get the whole message. And free yourself. See what else comes up. There's one more card in here. I'm only going to put 4. I'm going to keep that one out to the side. Okay. So what's coming up here is this kind of goes back with, like, this card's trying to come out several times, and I do this. I don't know why I do it. Like, when cards try to come out, I'm like, oh no, that's not the card, and I put it back in, and it comes back out anyway when I do my method. So forgiving and learning, it goes with the 3 of Swords, which means that this definitely is a soulmate connection, which means that from soulmates, as you guys know, I say this stuff all the time, and I might do another video about it because I know it's way down on my list of videos. Soulmates are our greatest teachers. It's not like on TV where it's Jack and Jill run up the hill and they go make love for hours. That's not what a soulmate is. A soulmate is usually a person who comes into your life. You have a very strong connection with them. You feel like you've known them forever, and you just have this instant connection with them. And then they kind of wreck shit up a little bit to make you learn. They're our greatest teachers. A soulmate, to me, is a blessing because they sacrifice themselves sometimes to play the villains in our lives so that we can learn and grow. Like my daughter's dad, Giselle's father, he's a soulmate of mine. That man had me to the point where if it weren't for Giselle's father, I would not be where I am now. I had to be in my lowest point. I had to walk hand in hand with death. When I was going through everything I went through because of him, I had to walk hand in hand with death, where I just didn't give a damn about life anymore. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to, he took everything that meant, he took my heart. And I had to, but I needed that to come out of it, to heal from it, to grow from it. And through that experience, I've become a very successful businesswoman. I've become more patient, more grounded. I've learned how to appreciate things more. I've become so much stronger. I feel like I traveled the world pretty much by myself. I mean, all alone, so, but if it weren't for him playing his role, playing the villain, if it weren't for him, I would not be who and where I am now today. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know my worth and my value. the way he treated me was so below my worth that I didn't know I had to be tired of being, you know, like feeling like that in order for me to do something different and to change. So, it's like that's really, so with soulmates, sometimes you can be with your soulmate in a relationship. Sometimes it does happen that way, but it's not very common. People typically end up with kindred souls. And a kindred soul is different from a soulmate. So people typically end up with kindred souls in partnerships. It's not very often. I hear people all the time talk about, oh, I'm with my twin flame. No, you're not. It's very rare. That's very rare. Very rare for two people who are twin flames to come together. That's very rare. That hardly ever happens, because you come here together, but then you split apart. And because of the different paths in your lives, it's very rare that you guys are in the same lifetime together. If anything, you may have a twin flame with a child, but not a partner. That's very rare. So every time I see people like, I'm with a twin flame, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. That's not your twin flame. That's either a soulmate or it's somebody that you're just connected to, that you have a lesson with. But it's very rare that you connect with the twin flame. A twin flame it can happen, but it's very rare that happens. That barely ever happens in the same lifetime. But it's likely you'll end up with a kindred spirit, a kindred soul versus a soulmate. So for those of you guys who are dealing with soulmates right now, it just may be time for that soulmate to be up. But some of you guys are dealing with a kindred, but there is some spiritual work that's being like done to the, I can't even lie, it's right here. It came out in the cards. There's some spiritual work or some intention that's being placed towards the situation that is causing the split up and breakup, and it's causing turmoil. I would recommend you do a ritual, a reversal ritual, to reverse anything that may be in your relationship, if there's anything at all. So are there any other messages for this week? So I guess my only advice for you guys is to really like to stay positive. Try to stay positive. I know, especially if you are in that category where you are going through like this, a split. I know it may be hard to be around people. Try not to isolate yourself. That's the biggest, like the strongest message I'm getting. I feel like a lot of you guys, like your first instinct is to go into isolation or to sleep or to try to cover up your pain by overindulging in some type of way. That's not the case. That's not the. Let me ask one more question here. I would recommend you don't do that. I'm going to ask for some people, will there be a reconciliation? Because I don't know why I'm feeling this. I'm feeling reconciliation for some people this week too as well. So if you have gone through a breakup with someone that you're not done with in your life path, I'm going to see if there's a reconciliation. Because some of you guys are worried, you have anxiety about that too as well. You're like, you may have gotten into like maybe an argument or issue maybe last week. I'm saying it was like maybe 3 to 5. I'm getting 3 to 5 days ago, and you have anxiety about it because you're like, what's going to happen? Like, is it over? Is it done? Are we going to get back together? Some of you guys are really dealing with the true love. They have romantic feelings, and you just like, you feel like you're stuck in limbo, and you're just wondering like what's going to happen from here. I wonder if this is if there's any more messages in this stack. Is there any more messages in this stack? Are there any more messages for them? Is there going to be reconciliation with what's going to happen? The issue for some people this week. Yeah. Comes back up again. Keeps coming up. Same thing, healing family issues, unrequited love, same thing. this came up again. This came up again. Worth waiting for. Some of you guys are going to be patient. Okay, so here's the answer. If you've just recently gone through like a separation with a love partner, and your lesson is not done over with, they may have very stubborn energy, or someone's pretending like they don't care. It might be both of you guys. Somebody's pretending like they don't care, and it's delaying the process. It's delaying everything, because with that came the Nine of Pentacles too as well, and it's delaying everything. So it's like two people being immature. I don't want to call you first. You're not going to call me first, and so nothing's going to happen this week. So for some of you guys, you might be, especially I forgot which sign it was. I did like a reading for the signs last week, and there was a sign where there was like delays or like postponements, or like it's like something didn't go as planned. Some of you guys may not be spending the holidays with your love because nobody wants to be adult and pick up the phone and call and apologize, or just even to talk. There's miscommunication, misunderstanding. Some of you guys are fighting over misunderstandings and miscommunications, and it's so silly. All you gotta do is talk and listen. Anything else for the weekly reading? Anything else for the weekly reading? Anything else in this sacred weekly reading? This came up again. Separation, Three of Swords. In a different deck. Separation, Three of Swords. And it's so silly. For some of you guys, it's so silly. Why? It's so silly. It's arguing over like dumb, silly stuff. And because of that, you have to go through heartache. This is also the card of healing too, healing heartache. So for some of you guys, it's done and over with. There's nothing you can do about it. The chaser is gone. Chaser has decided to move on. For others, you may have some spiritual work that's being worked up against you, and it's just like now you're going through the heartache, the heartbreak, and it's like it feels like if it was a sudden change, that's likely the situation. If everything was great and all of a sudden it was a sudden change, you probably need to do like a reversal, spell or ritual. Or contact me, I can do it. And then for other you guys, it's like you probably just got into an argument over something dumb and stupid and silly, and both people are stubborn, and you just don't want to. I'm not going to call them first. They're not going to call me first. We're not going to call. I'm not going to call. They're not going to call. Well, if they're going to act like that, I'm going to act like this too. And you're mirroring each other. You guys are kind of both. You're going to lose. Both of you guys are going to lose because both of you guys are feeling heartache. That's a mutual energy. The Three of Swords is a mutual energy between you two. So you both are just deciding to be miserable, separated, when it can be fixed by conversation. So hope you guys enjoyed your weekly reading. If you do want a personal reading, please feel free to contact me through my description box, www.CandiceGSmith.com. Also and if you do like the video, please thank you for the like, I really appreciate it. Also I did say this announcement in the very beginning, as of December 1st, 2018, the generational detachments are going back to the regular price. I finally got the signal today where it's no longer going to be at the flat rate. So as of December 1st, 2018, if you were somebody that was waiting, after that, I'm going to go back to charging per generation that needs to be healed versus a flat rate. So that's just a quick announcement. I wanted to let you guys know that. So I finally got the signal today, like, okay, that's fine. I didn't know it was a promotion. I didn't know that it was going to be a promotional thing. But as of December 1st, going back to charging per generation. So it's definitely worth it. So that means if you have 5, you get charged for 5 generations. If you have 50, you get charged for 50. So that's how it goes. Anyways, you guys be blessed. Take care. And I'll come up with Monday's energy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.